Another significant addition to the water system on this cabin, drawing water from the river, was the ultraviolet component to kill all the germs, so that we're not just drinking filtered but also disinfected river water. So this part is the counter and the transformer for the light. So this is also the power source. So what we want to do is go ahead and unplug that first of all. I'm not going to unplug it now because that's also one of the steps to reset the counter. So we unplug the transformer and unplug it from the top of the light bulb. So this is a bulb that runs full length of this canister. So we unplug it from up here. There's a little compression clip. You just unplug it, and then you'll also shut off the pressure coming to the leaving the canister, and then the other side. So this is the house side, and then they want to shut off the other side, which is coming from the pump. So this is depressurized, and then depressurize also at the filter, which is in line to let pressure off this part of the system. So then you will go ahead and after you've unplugged it from the power source, which is shut off, just to recap, they'll go ahead and loosen this nut down here, and you'll get some water runoff. It's not important. We're in the pump room. But then the just to be careful, because the bulb will drop out. So you want to go ahead and loosen this, unscrew it. It's pressurized now, so we're not going to. Let that bulb come out, catch it. Then there's also a Pyrex sleeve that the bulb resides in. So the bulb is not actually in touch with water, but it's in a glass tube sleeve. So you want to take that tube out too. And to do that, there's an O-ring at the top when you take this top nut off, and you can push that sleeve up a little bit, take that O-ring off, and then that tube will drop out also, and it has an O-ring on the bottom. The replacement kit comes with the tube, 2 O-rings, and a new bulb, and you'll want to replace all the components. So then on the new tube, you'll slide an O-ring on, push it up in from the bottom, and then put an O-ring on the top. And then you'll be able to go ahead and slide the new bulb in, prongs up because your electrical connections are at the top, and then go ahead and tighten the connection at the bottom, just finger tight. And then at the top, you'll go ahead and put on the collar at the top that screws down, and then put on the cap that retains the plug for the electricity. At that point, you can go ahead and tighten these down just a little bit tight. The goal is no leaks. And if there is a leak, you go ahead and depressurize the system again, put a little bit of plumber's grease or Vaseline on the new O-rings. It's always advised on new O-rings anyway. And then go ahead and put it back together, repressurize the system. Then before you plug the transformer back in, you'll want to hold a reset button on the side. And that reset button has to be held in while you are plugging in the system. Then you'll wait a few seconds and you'll see reset come across here. If you don't see reset, you didn't do it right. You need to hold the button in, plug the transformer back into this power supply, and wait for it to say reset. Hold it for 5 seconds and release. And then your counter will be reset to 0 or 1 for the year. And this counts down for a year. Those bulbs are only good for a year. And so then you'll want to make a note on the card that this is the date that the last bulb was replaced. And Pelican Systems was repurchased by, now I can't remember the name of the new company, But you can contact me and I will provide that research for you, because I've got an account with them and I've been doing this particular redo for 3 years.